Hey, boys and girls, it's Ron Bass with another edition of Ron's Rants, your source for pop culture topics. Mr. Rose?
What's up?
Today we're going to talk about Big Brother.
Man, that's what I was really wanting to dabble in.
I
I'm
know,
glad.
you wanted to talk about that.
Man, are we talking about like the TV show? No, I'm playing. It's like
What
old
was
school.
the book? George Orwell wrote a book back in the day called
George who?
Orwell.
Foreman?
It was something like 2000, and I can't remember the name of the book, but he predicted like years ago that this is the way it was going to be.
Oh yeah.
Government, like up our ass. Government breathing down our neck.
Oh yeah.
Watching us, manipulating us
The psychology. They're fucking with our psyche.
every day, man.
They wanna
24
probe
hours a
us.
day.
No, for sure. But what about last night? What about the Amber Alert last night?
Yeah, what was up
That
with
was
that?
a Gotham City, motherfucker. They ain't no Gotham City in this motherfucker. They were dude. Somebody got hacked. Somebody's fucking with somebody.
Somebody hacked somebody.
Yes, and then they sent all the texts out to the phone. Somebody's behind the wire. I believe that, not, when they say anonymous.
So what's the deal with Facebook? Something about an eyeball that goes, something I read today, and then something about Apple. Now they say the phones are like listening devices. Is
No,
that for real?
no, I believe
I
that.
mean, is that phone listening to us right now?
Oh, fuck
Can
yeah.
they use that against us like in a court of law?
Probably. If there was something. Gorilla Zoe said this. He's like, "Hey, if they want you, best believe they gonna find you."
Man.
For real. And he said that back in like what? Probably 08.
That's crazy, man.
Shit, it wasn't fucking around
So
anymore.
I mean, seriously, is that phone like? Does it have the ability to listen to us?
Oh yeah. No. Okay.
And
so
how do they turn it on? How do they turn it off?
Get this. I've never looked up anything associated with like. Okay, so I was watching something the other day. I've never looked up anything associated to what I was watching the other day, and technically I was watching an anime. Okay, but my phone started popping with ads that I've never even typed in, and I was like, "Bro, something's wrong. Something's wrong." And there's only things I could think of: whether I'm sending private messages to somebody or my phone's listening to me.
Interesting.
And it was popping up sponsored
So it
ads
must be listening
to
to
think what I would like. So
wow,
somebody's paying somebody
something to get that information.
to manipulate.
Yep.
Because it does ask you, like when you download Facebook, whatever, or download any app, really, it does ask you, has the entitlement to use your photos or use the voice recorder or use like
Didn't Facebook get in trouble already
system.
for data, for like selling data or giving data out, or wasn't
for
there a big
sure.
hoop to do already about that?
You know, for sure. And then like our cameras, there's a front one and a back one. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Like,
what about satellites? Somebody said that like satellites can like look inside of our home. So they're seeing me when we're having sex with ourselves, or they see me when we're having sex with our mate. Are they seeing us when we're going to the bathroom?
I don't know.
I mean, has it got that crazy?
I think so. That's why I keep my blind shut, because I'm like, man, I'm just like.
No, it doesn't matter. It sees right through it sees right through the
roof.
Yes,
they see the goddamn roof.
Yes, they've got satellites
what the
now.
Fuck? You're crazy.
I'm serious. It sees right through the house. You got no privacy left anymore.
I can't beat off
anywhere.
Anymore.
No, not without somebody watching you.
I might as well go.
And then they'll probably sell that data to somebody that's involved in some kind of a sex thing, like the sex channels.
You know what's fucked up? I just about to think about this. People are getting like especially women are like targets. These people probably from another country are like downloading Instagram, making like sites with like cash apps, and like taking the woman's photos. This happens all the time.
That's crazy.
And they're selling the women's photos, or trying to get them to buy in and pay in. And I'll see women on my account and be like, hey, don't report this fake profile. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Everybody, no matter what, everybody's looking for money. Everybody's looking.
It's all about money. Money's what drives all this.
Is looking for the cheap ass, dirty ass way to make money, which is so fucking grimy. Like these bitches need to get a job, and there's low life pieces of shit. Like,
yeah, well, everybody's selling sex, so the way it works.
Well, what I'm saying is,
speaking of sex,
but people are selling on not even their behalf. They're stealing the photos.
Speaking of sex, I have a question for you. I saw something online the other day. I can't figure out what this person is. It's like It's
alien?
like, no, it looked like a mixture of like a man and a woman, but coming across as like I don't understand what the entity was. Like there's some kind of a new name for whatever that person is now.
See, I'm tired of this shit. Why can't everything just be like normal?
Well, it ain't, because that's
Like
not the
it's
world.
so
It's
fucking
not the world we live in.
so fucking diverse.
The
now.
the crazier it gets, the more successful it becomes.
You know, this reminds me. This reminds me. I didn't cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, like the entitlement of people.
Yeah, everybody has a sense
Like
of entitlement.
everybody is like, well, I got a voice. I get that.
Yeah.
I believe in equal rights, but some people are taking it fucking overboard. It's like, shut the fuck up, get your head back down, and start working. Like, no one gives a fuck about your opinion. Like, no one. I wish they did, but it doesn't make a fuck.
Let's shift gears for 1 second here. What about the COVID thing? What about the vaccines? Now, I read an article that
I ain't fucking taking
4
that.
shots are still not enough, according to Israel.
See,
I read an article today. 4 shots, and people are still getting
fucking sick.
the virus.
This is why I didn't.
What the
fucking
hell's
take it.
going on
Because
with
it's
that?
bullshit. They didn't put enough research and the time into it. Like,
These
why,
really aren't vaccines, then, are they?
No.
They're more like
No,
immunity boosters, they say.
No, I really think it's fucking mind control. I'm sorry.
Well, back to Big Brother.
Call me dumb.
Does the government have the right to force us to take the vaccine?
They could do whatever they fucking damn well please. Like, if they're gonna make us, they're gonna make us.
But are there laws on the books where you have to take the vaccine? Or is it just pressure?
No, it's pressure. It's all peer pressure. But I'm saying, like,
I think in some countries
you
you
know,
have to take the vaccine.
like, dude, I'm not saying like America's a third world country, but we probably look pretty damn foolish to other countries.
Compared to other countries, we're in pretty good shape. We're lucky to live in this country compared to some of these countries.
Oh, I think about it all the time. I'm blessed, but at the same time, if you think about like I hate saying third world countries, but it is the truth. Like, if you're like in fucking like Saudi Arabia type shit, your life is probably not gonna be very good.
No.
You know what I mean? If you think about like some kids in Africa that are fucking starving.
What's the country though that pays you a salary just to be a citizen? Isn't that like Abu Dhabi or somewhere?
I don't know. Abu Dhabi is actually rich. Like,
I think
that's for like the
I
rich.
think they pay everybody like a salary. Nobody has to work if they don't want to. That's crazy. That's the oil money.
But no, well, yes, but most money's being made out in those like in that land, like Middle Eastern land, is like clothing.
Clothing.
All clothing, really. Japan, like say like not Japan, but if you get to like the Middle East, like we're saying like China, Japan, and then like
China, everything's made
Pakistan,
in China.
really Pakistan. Well, Pakistan
Because it's cheap labor.
Yes.
So how can a company like Apple, American company, they have all their products made, and even Tesla, they're having their products made in China? That doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I get it from a money point of view, but how fair is that to the American worker that has to?
I think
compete with that.
I think the American
Compete
worker
with those
versus
low
the
wages.
Chinese worker, it's the etiquette. The American doesn't. They don't
appreciate what they
our
have.
standard.
They're lazy. You're saying
Our standard's so bad in America because it goes back to what? Entitlement. They let us have too much control.
Too much welfare.
Yes, they let us have too much control.
I mean, I'll help anybody if they need
get
it, but how many people get the money from the government? They don't deserve to get the money from the government.
I hate talking about this
because
shit.
they're lazy.
Yes, they are fucking
But
lazy.
and then it's bad for the people that really need the money because it makes them look bad. How many people are begging on the street that I want to help, but I don't know who to trust?
It's bad for the middle class.
How many of them are dishonest? How many of them are for real?
The middle class has it fucking
sad.
worse. The middle class has it worse because
and
the low
some
class
of these
gets
some of these
taken care
beggars on the street, it's a living for them.
No,
they get a career out of it.
Even the beggars are getting smart. Think about
they're getting
let's
smart.
talk about the phones, okay? Let's talk about the beggars. Let's talk about the panhandlers. They're at the fucking ATMs panhandling.
Yeah, panhandling.
Like at the ATM,
they got smarter.
No, they got fucking smart. Trust me.
Right.
Like they're going the source of income right away.
Right.
And they probably make more money than me.
What's sad is when you see these people sleeping on the street in a sleeping bag when it's 0 degrees. And that's horrible. And there's shelters they could go to. I don't get that either. Why don't they go to the shelters? I had a guy the other night sleeping at the post office on the table because it was warm. I mean, I get it, but aren't there shelters? I don't know. It's a sad deal, man.
I don't know. All I know is that that goes back to like, I think that's everywhere in any country, in my opinion. But I'm saying our standard just been, it's not golden anymore. It's more like a bronze standard. Like if we, I'm not being racist. I hate being like this, but if you go to like, obviously like the Chinese people or Japanese, whatever, fucking smart. They have a gold standard. Those motherfuckers don't have no video game time. They get cut the fuck off. There's some games they can't even play.
Yeah.
Like they've forbidden like say like they can't like skulls had to be shape shifted in a different way. Like it the standards is way different. You know what I mean? They're not involved with like being diluted.
Okay, let's switch gears one more time before we wrap this thing up. We've only got a few minutes left.
Oh God, man.
I want to talk about the big brother government versus business. Being a business owner, man, I'll tell you what, it's like when I get audited, I get this impression that like this is how the government, it's all about
Fuck
their
the
their
government.
income is taxes, whereas a business owner like myself, its income comes from providing a service to the public. So it's like competition. Like government is competition with me for income, for money from the consumer. And it's like sometimes you don't feel like you can even breathe because they're just down on your, they're just, like on your ass all the time, whether it's ordinances or laws or having to pay taxes on this and taxes on that and taxes on this.
We need to get their job. Take the money from the
and then the
business
people
owner.
that work for the governments, I don't down them for that, but at the same time, it's like, that money's got to come from me too, and it's got to come from primarily the business owner because he's the one paying a lot. He's paying a lot of taxes.
The middleman,
tax,
the middle
tax.
class. The business owner is still labeled as middle class. We're not fucking high class. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. In my opinion, like.
And I get it that the government's got to have income, but look, I told this story to somebody the other day. In 1960, when President Kennedy was alive, he was assassinated, by the way, if you know your history. The total government budget was $100 billion a year. Now it's $5 trillion. That's 50 times
greater
in 60 years. That's crazy.
It's horrible.
It's not even reasonable. It just shows you how out of control our spending is. And where does most of that spending go? Welfare. Entitlement, like you said, people expect.
It's nuts, really.
It's just crazy. Everywhere you turn, the government's giving money. And that's all coming from the business owner, the consumer, out of his payroll taxes he's having to pay in. And the government keeps getting further and further in debt. Any rate, I guess we got to wrap this thing up. Mr. Producer's over there waving his hand. Oh, he has something to add. Mr. Producer. Well, military is important because if we don't have that, guess what? We got nothing.
If we don't have security, we're fucked. But yeah, I think Davin's right. I think
the second thing must be the welfare payments. Well, welfare and Social Security is huge.
Right.
I mean,
what I was saying was military gets 2.9 and the police get 1.9.
Okay. Well, regardless, there's way too much money given out to people that don't deserve it, in my opinion. Yes, some people deserve it. I get it.
I think
there's a whole lot of holes in the system, and people know how to play those holes. And that's just, in my opinion, that's just not right. And there's not a whole lot of policing going on to correct that, in my opinion. Back to the beggars. How do you know who to trust? I feel sorry for these guys on the street, but then again, how many of them are hustling versus how many of them are sincere?
Hey,
right or wrong?
But yeah, absolutely. I think it's probably 1 out of 5, 1 out of 10. You know what I mean? In my opinion, that are going to be decent. Because, bro, there's bums I've seen 2 years ago in the same fucking corner.
I know, the same spot.
Spot.
They must pay rent on those
like,
spots.
Holy shit. Like,
yeah, somebody must own those spots. They must have to pay homage.
I'm trying to figure it out. You know what I mean?
People that have those spots. That's crazy, huh? Well, at any rate, I guess we're going to wrap things up, Mr. Rose.
Well, damn, man. I was really about to break in.
The trip, huh?
I was about to break in. I was about to bust open the vault.
I know, man. So stay tuned for another edition of Ron's Rants coming to you by way of Soar High Personal Development. And until next time, have a great day.